Thorsten, thank you for joining our program today. I know Deutsche Bank has launched 6 ETF to list in Hong Kong last month. Can you tell us why you decided to list this product in Hong Kong?
Okay, first of all, thank you for having me. We started the ETF business in Europe 2.5 years ago. We have now more than 100 ETFs, and we thought, okay, which is the next region we want to expand? And there's a huge need for investment products with the investment community here in Asia, and we thought one of the best places to list those products in Asia will be Hong Kong.
Overall, why do you think Hong Kong is a suitable market for ETF to list?
You have a very good combination of institutional investors and retail investors. So most of the institutional investors are in Hong Kong, in Asia, I would say. So as one of the biggest investment banks, we have very good contact to those clients. On the other hand, I would say Hong Kong is the market when it comes to retail investors. If you have a look to example for the warrant market, is one of the biggest markets in the world. Actually, it's the biggest market when it comes to warrant in the world. We have a very successful warrant business here, and so we have a very good contact as well to the brokers and the retail investors, and that's just a perfect combination for us, retail investors and institutional investors.
Mm-hmm. Well, when investors invest into this ETF product, what kind of risks should they be aware of?
There are 3 kinds of risks, I would say. There's a certain market risk, there's a currency risk, and there's a structural risk. So market risk, very obvious. If you are long and the market is going down, you have a problem because you have a long product and you will lose money. If you invest as a Hong Kong investor in a Korean product or a product on Korea, you have a currency risk because the Korean index is in won. So that's one problem. And then there might be a structural problem in terms of how the product is built. So our products, for example, have a so-called swap attached to it, and there's a maximum counterparty risk of 10% attached to this product.
Mm-hmm. But overall, Asian markets are still lagging behind the European market in terms of development of ETF. What are the major reasons behind it?
I would say it's an evolution reason more, because the products are only around since 2005 and 2006, the ETFs. If we have a look back to the US, for example, ETFs were introduced in 93. In Europe, they were introduced in 2000. So we have more a chicken and egg problem here. The investors would like to invest in ETFs, but there are hardly any ETFs around yet.
Do you think the financial crisis has any impact on the development of ETF in the region?
It has a very positive impact, and we even can prove that. In the last 18 months, when the market was going more or less down, there was an inflow of over 11 billion US dollar into that industry in Asia. And what this clearly shows to you is that people still investing, but not via stock picking. They invest via buying complete indices, like a tracker on Hong Kong, like a tracker on Singapore, for example. And so we saw 11 billion US dollar of fresh money coming into the industry the last 18 months, sorry about that. And out of that 11, 9 went into Hong Kong or China products.
Mm-hmm. After launching the 6 ETF in Hong Kong last month, what other products are you planning to bring to Hong Kong?
We have more than 100 products which are already listed in Europe, and we think that we can bring more than another 20 products at least to Hong Kong this year, so in 2009. And not only talking about products which have an equity flavor, we will definitely bring some products on, let's say, fixed income, and maybe something on commodities as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're definitely looking forward to it. And thank you very much for joining our program today.
Thanks for having me.